Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Madam K online. Canabo.
Hello.
Okay. Great again to be here all the time. How you guys doing? It's always a great time. I'm always excited to come over here to share knowledge and to share experience and to see how we can move to the next level all the time. So, quick one. Today, we're going to be taking an extract from my new course coming up, my first new course coming out on LinkedIn. But before then, I'm going to tell you another story about how I use zero financing, how I use a demand to start a company, and how the company became so big and huge. I remember I just walked into my one of my friend's office. He's a big brother in the telecom industry, and I just walked into his office. He was just complaining that the equipment they imported for one of the big telecom companies in Nigeria is actually not working and it's causing a lot of problem. And I asked him, "What's the problem?" And he told me, he said, "Oh, that the problem is that the device is an hybrid solution that's supposed to change between generator, solar, and electric power, public electric power, and all the time. And what you have is that you have a stable power at all times. So you don't necessarily need to. The essence of it is to the ID power is to reduce the diesel consumption, because if it charges the battery, so it put off the generator and runs on battery for a while and reduce the diesel consumption. So he was just telling me that this thing is not putting on the generator and all of that. And I asked him, what is the reason? He said, oh, some generators are working and some generators are not working. So I told him like that, of course, we have written to the guys who supply the equipment, and these guys are very big company. I think they are number one power company in Africa. And I said, okay, let me look into it and see what could be done. And quickly I looked at it and I saw that, oh, this could be fixed. And I told him that, see, I need to talk to these guys and I can fix this problem. So I quickly grabbed my phone and quickly sent a mail to them that, see, there's this problem about your equipment that was shipped into Africa, and I think this is a solution to solve this thing, and I believe I can go ahead and solve this thing. And the people say, oh, if you sure they can solve it, it seems to you with the diagram you sent to us, we believe you should be able to solve it. Go ahead and do one prototype. Let's see if it's gonna work. And quickly I quickly went to site with my team, and we were able to fix one of the equipment and it started working. And the next thing is we started negotiating on how to take over the entire African market to make this correction and all of that. And I said that yes, it's a good idea, but I would prefer if we can sign a 3 years contract on maintaining this equipment for you. We They said, oh, but we have to throw it open. We have to throw the we cannot just pick you because you fix one. We have to throw it open. I said, okay, that's fine. Throw it open. So they threw it open. They threw the bid open, and everybody was basically trying to bid for this same contract. And what I did, I was amazing because I was very young and at that time, and I just wanted to get this contract because they pay in dollars every month. And imagine if you are maintaining the entire Africa or a power equipment across Africa. So because a lot of companies bidded and they were coming in, but it's something I do that was very unique. I was constantly predicting the markets to them. Never knew that they were reading it one by one. Every day, I give them the report from the market, the report from the equipment, and the damaging the equipment are causing. I keep on giving all this update constantly. And I was analyzing how we can, I was already assuming that we're working together. I was analyzing the market for them and how we can penetrate the market and how we can expand the market. I keep writing this on daily basis until they say, okay, they've checked everybody, but it seems you know what to do. The other people, they have money, they have years of experience, but in my own case, it's not about experience. I can solve the problem. We can solve the problem. My team can solve the problem, and we have solved the problem. So they don't need to teach us what to do. We know what to do. So that was the advantage we had over the other people. The other people, they've been long in telecom industry. They have money. They have this, but we have the experience, and we can solve the problem. So they brought on a suggestion that we should help them the first set, and we'll discuss. So we came up with the notion that we rather prefer we have the agreement before we start anything. So after back and forth, and there were pressure everywhere, the equipment were actually not working, and they needed to quickly get somebody to start solving this problem. So they did auditing, they did all the things they needed to do, and but they need someone that will solve the problem. So the pressure was that I have to just say, okay, you guys, we can't wait for all this long story. You need to go back to site. In fact, the first engagement they gave us was with an email. And we should go to site and go and fix this problem. Now, we went to site, fixed the problem, and we are retained to maintain those equipment on monthly basis. So they were actually paying us maintenance fees on those equipment, and it was in dollars then. And this is so many years ago. So you know what that means. When you are dealing with a multinational company, I mean multinational company, and they are paying you in dollar every month. And that was how we got a lot of money to do a lot of things and all of that, and all build the team, build other products, expanded, and all of that. But the key thing I'm saying here is the fact that ability to identify a need and to capitalize on this opportunity to build a sustainable company. A lot of time people see an opportunity, a need. This was a challenge. The equipment were not working, and they've invested billions of dollars, and the equipment is just lying down fallows everywhere. And they needed someone to fix this problem. And we also can fix the problem, but we also need the income. So it's basically all I'm saying about understanding demand is to know how to recognize an opportunity and nest that opportunity, not just by waiting for raising funds and all of that. So quick one. Some people reach out to me and they want to understand what I mean by access demand and what I mean by financial instrument, all of that. So I'm going to take an extract from my course that I'm building up. Okay, what I mean by saying access demand. The first thing I will do is to explain what demand is. What is the demand? Demand is a unit of service or equipment or whatever it is good to pay for. Okay, they are willing. They only know that they're willing and they have ability to pay for. So the number of units of service or goods that your customers, whether potential or present customer, are willing and able to pay for. Seeing demand is people, companies that are ready to use your service and or your equipment or your products without having it, or you've not even done it, and they are able to give you a document, okay? A document to say that if you provide A, B, C, D, we will pay you, okay? A document that has a guarantee payment, okay? So when you have this demand, and if you are able to convert this demand into a contract, into an agreement written in black and white, okay, with the payment conditions, with the monetary involved, that is what an instrument means. Okay, it's not only the bond, share, even a contract that is secured with payment agreement is an instrument. Okay, so a lot of us, so what I was saying is that if you secure a demand and you're able to extend or convert that demand into an instrument, it becomes a fundable element. It becomes a financial instrument because people can fund it. Now, what is the advantage of this using an instrument at early stage of your business? It gives you access to unlimited capital because the volume of the transaction will determine the amount of capital that you need. So it's not about the money you have. It's not now about your financial history anymore. It's not about your credit score anymore. It's about the transaction. It's about the demand that you have secured. Okay? Now, the good thing is that it gives you access to unlimited funding depending on actual amount that you need to execute the project. Another thing, securing demand. When the demand is not just secured from anybody, it's secured from a tier one company, a company that is a global company that has built integrity, that has built track record, that is visible, top company. You will leverage on their goodwill, on their track record to get that funding. Because the concept is simple. If a company that is as big as this, with this much of integrity and goodwill, can extend a contract to this company that is just starting, then it means that the company has a value. So at this point, the financier will not be looking at you at where you're starting from. You will be looking at the contract or the agreement you have secured and the power of whoever have signed the agreement with your new company. Now, what are these advantages of this concept? Okay, so just watch out for my LinkedIn course. You're gonna love it. I'm gonna take my time to explain this concept. I've refused to say the title now, but just this is an extract. You're gonna love it. How you can actually fund anything from day one. And the target is to help new startup, new company to access fund even at the very beginning. Using demand, using financial instruments to raise funds. Now, what is the advantage of this? You don't necessarily have to give out equity. You don't necessarily have to have financial record or financial score or financial grade or whatever you call it. It's flexible and it's also a low interest because depending on how the contract is drafted, it can be almost a risk-free transaction. Okay? Then sometimes the company can actually engage an expert to manage the project. The other advantage of it is that if the money is so huge, the financier can decide to disburse in milestones. Those are a lot of things that financial instrument can do for you, especially from the position of demand. You can use to do a whole lot of things. So your work is actually what is more important is how do you secure this demand? And that's where your branding skills comes in, your communication skills come in, your presentation skills come in, your relational skills come in, your goodwill comes in, that people can trust you with such a contract. So the good thing about it is that it creates a sudden jump of valuation because you can be raking in a lot of money from day one because you have secured this demand. And I can tell you, a lot of companies, a lot of companies that you see, a lot of them have opportunity to leverage on some demand that have been secured. And that is the advantage of ecosystem, because the ecosystem can give you access to such kind of growth, such kind of demand, such kind of request, because of the network the ecosystem has made available. So don't hesitate to start sharing the video. Don't forget to tell people about the Growth African Startup, okay? On the 15th of this month, we're gonna close the application. So apply, tell your friends, tell your family, tell people that are building an amazing company, that are doing great things out there. Tell them about Growth African Startup, okay? And when you come, we teach you how to raise money from day one using all these tools. How do you build a product to fit the right market? I keep saying the best way is you identify the problem and build a product to solve the problem. So you don't need to think. But some people tend to create a solution and begin to look for problem. It doesn't work that way, because it is always better to build a product for an existing market that has the problem that you're trying to solve. And that is the best way you can break even so fast, you can raise money so fast, you can get investor into your company so far, because you're going to have an exponential growth. And this model does not only work for startup, new startup, it works for everybody at every stage. It's another way to take your company to the next level. Looking for a cluster market that you can leverage on to have exponential growth. Looking for cluster market, looking for accessible market by providing the need that this market needs, the solution to the problem of this market. So quick one, guys, if you have any question about how to raise funds when you're starting your business from day one, how do you raise funds, you can get in touch with me. I'll try to reply you. If you have any question about Growth African Startup, don't hesitate to get across to me. I'm going to try my best to get back to you. So let's get a lot of people good products. It's not about, I keep saying, it's not about your age. It's not about your gender. It's not about the stage of your business. It's about leveraging on an ecosystem. Okay? Leveraging an ecosystem that can help you grow through leveraging on the network that has been within the ecosystem, and learning from the best business school we have in Africa. Lagos Business School is going to be issuing certificate to all the selected people, and they're going to be aggressively part of the training. So you can imagine, when you have the best school in Africa, I think the fourth in the entire business school in the world. So I don't know how else to tell you that you have a great program ahead of you. Don't hesitate. Pick your phone, call a friend, wherever they are, and tell them about the program and tell them why they need to attend. They need to join the cluster of great minds. And one thing is that if you're in the right ecosystem that has built the right framework, there is no way, no matter how hard you might think you are going through, there's a solution. The first thing that needs to be changed is the mindset. If you understand that everything is possible, there is nothing. If you've met me before or you have a chat with me or you've seen me before, there's no negativity in my dictionary. Everything is possible. Okay? Everything is possible. Have someone that believes that everybody can become a trillionaire in just a second if you have a solution to the right problem. I believe that you don't need money to do anything if you have the right solution to the right market. The market will generate the fund. So it's your approach. Those are things we're going to be telling you. How is your approach to funding? Are you approaching funding that you need money to do anything? You might likely not get anything that way. But how much strategy are you putting in place to get businesses even before the fund? To get users, to get people to use the product, to commit and put their money. I was saying something yesterday, and somebody told me that there was a bad network, so I didn't talk about the retail part of demand control and all of that. You see, for every startup, don't forget, we all have one life to live, okay? And the best thing is to utilize our time as good as possible. There are some businesses that are simple than the other, and they have more money than the other. So you need to be able to see, in fact, the simpler the problem you are providing, the better, okay? The easier the problem you are providing, the straightforward that it is, the better. But just make sure it's addressing a problem, okay? Now, when it is B2B, securing demand from B2B is the most easiest, especially when you have a brand, or a good brand visibility and personality online, because you can virtually talk to anybody. People already have a perception of who you are. So what they want to talk about is what do you have on the table, what the solution you're providing. It's not about trying to do, they already have a perception about you. They already consume your content. They already love you already. They already like you already. All they just want is, oh, what is on ground? What can we discuss? Okay? So B2B is a bit easier because you can get only one business that is into $1 billion, depending. You can get a business from government, from any agency that is a big amount of money because of the organization or the partner involved in it. But B2C, what you need to do is aggregate people who are willing to use the product and make some level of commitment, even though it's 10% commitment. That is another way to build an instrument, okay? Because there's a perception from financial engineering, from the risk perception that if you are be able to gather 100 people to buy something that you have not created, that you're in the process, they believe in you and they're able to make a commitment or certain amount to that thing. Most likely, you have a good reputation, and it's nobody will want to put their money and turn back. So if you package that instrument properly, any financier can also want to fund that project for you. Whether it's an entity or an individual, they will really want to fund that project for you because there are people who are ready to use the product and they are ready to commit and wait for the product. Okay? So that is how to go about this. So it is the most easiest thing to do. That is why I can repeatedly create companies. I can repeatedly create company every day, every time, without getting worried about funding. Funding will come. Why do I need to worry about funding? Okay? What I need to worry is about the contract and execution. That's what I need to worry about. Do I have the contract? And if I don't know so much, can I get experts together to help me execute the project? That's the way to think. Can I get someone to commit the project into my hand? If I have this commitment, can I build experts around me within a short time that will execute the project? If you have all of that, and you have your instrument, which is the contract or the agreement around the project, then you have enough material to take a fund of any amount you want to take. Because whoever's going to fund the project, we want to fund it to execution, because he knows that when you are giving half of the money, you can't deliver. So anybody who wants to fund the project knows that he has to give the full amount, full support, so that the project is delivered and money can begin to come in and they can get back their money. So it's as simple as that. So that's why I say that look forward to you. I want to see a lot of people with good projects. There are doors to be knocked. We knock the door. We have built a lot of reputation, and we thank the grace of God for that. We're going to knock doors. If you have a good project, we're going to knock doors. We're going to get demand. We're going to raise funds. A lot of things are going to happen. You just need to have a good product that is serving a need, that is really solving a problem that people need. Create a product that people need. See, even though I tell people, if you want to even do a project that requires maybe money, and you have another one that does not require that, you can actually use. Then after you have done that and you have made a lot of money, you have a lot of money in you cannot to do the other that is trial and error and all that. There's nothing like passion without income. If you have passion without income, it's like somebody to you. After okay, it is better to have passion after guaranteed income than to have passion and no income. Okay? There's nothing wrong to think about how to make income, because income is only sustainable strength of any business. It's what determines the sources of any business. It's what keeps the business. It's the lifeline of every business. The income, the cash flow. If you cannot get a cash flow from the business, then there's a big problem. So if you love something so much, why not make the money? Then you can treat the other one as your hobby, no problem. Because as long as there's income, there's sustainability. But when there's no income, trust me, there's no sustainability. It's soon going to die, just a matter of time. So guys, trust me, I'm always glad to be here. I'm always glad to speak to my fans, to people who follows me, and I appreciate and I take it for granted. But I want you guys to get the best startup across Africa to be part of this program. The best of the best, those guys that know what they are doing, that have created fantastic products, that are determined, they're not ready to give turn back. Even at the toughest time, they are ready to give their best to what they are doing. And they believe so much in it and have put some reasonable efforts within themselves. When you see an entrepreneur that will succeed or a startup that will succeed, is the culture or the personality of the team driving it that will determine how far it will go. Because as I said in another video, I said that project can change, idea can change, business model can change, okay? Income model can change, but the team, the founder might not change. And that is why it's about the mindset of the founder, it's about the mindset of the team, much more than the idea. Guys, I'm always glad to be here. So let's begin to drive it. Let's begin to tell a lot of people to come and apply on growthafricacapital.net. It's going to close in 2 weeks' time. Tell the world, share it, tell your friend. If you have anybody doing fantastic work out there, doing startup that have potential for growth, whether they've started making income or not, but they're on the right track. Please get them to apply. We're going to close. It's really looking very high now. A lot of people applications are coming, rolling. It's hitting 500 already. Our target is to make it 1,000 to 2,000. Okay, so that we can pick the best from them. Guys, thank you guys, and see you some other day. Bye for now.